Our tale of the tape brought to you by the Marines. The proud, the few, the Marines. And the height advantage, the reach advantage for Hurd. And as we've talked about, the home crowd advantage.
My name is Julian G-Rock Williams.
The man known as J-Rock.
12 rounds for the title.
Big left hook.
Looking at belts to my wardrobe. I'm Julian G-Rock Williams.
And Williams heading to the ring. Last fight, a second-round knockout against Francisco Javier Castro. That was at Staples Center in Los Angeles. It was scheduled for 8. Ironically, took place on the same card when Jarrett Hurd fought Jason Wilbur and defended his title. The lone career loss was a 5th-round knockout when he took on Jermall Charlo back in 2016, and that was the only world title bout that Williams has been in until now. Since then, he's gone 4-0, and over that 4-fight stretch, he's fought worthy opponents and seemed very confident. And as Sergio Goosen said moments ago, to the degree of making great sacrifice to train and prepare for Jarrett Hurd. His story, as he says, overcoming adversity. We mentioned as a teenager in Philly being homeless to a certain degree, but has made a career, has created a family, and has brought a positive attitude into the ring. And he'll take on the champion, Julian Hurd.
My name is Swift Jarrett Hurd.
Right now it's Hurd's turn.
23 fights and 23 wins.
Oh, big right hand by Hurd.
16 knockouts. They call me Swift.
He has looked sensational.
I am Swift Jarrett Hurd.
Cue the band. Well, you don't see this very often, a band for an NFL team and a title fight, but because Jarrett Hurd is such a Redskin fan, has attended their games, has grown up rooting for them, his hometown nearby Maryland. Redskins, his team, and they reached out to him. He said, I want you here for this. He's fought in the area before, but never defending his title in this part of the country. D.C., Virginia, Maryland, and the Redskin band here for his ring walk. At age 28, the unified IBF WBA champ. This will be his 4th IBF title defense, 2nd of the WBA crown. He won the IBF from Tony Harrison back in 2017, the WBA belt in that split decision. What was a great fight, the Arizlandi Lara bout. Many thought the 2018 fight of the year, voted that by many, as he's taking in the crowd. And with a victory, he'll be looking to add the WBC title, which is now held by Tony Harrison, who's going to fight Jermall Charlo on Fox June 23rd.
Hold.
We're soaking up the atmosphere for our main event. To the ring and Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you to the EagleBank Arena here in Fairfax, Virginia, as Premier Boxing Champions presents the featured bout of the evening, brought to you by MGM Resorts and Brooklyn Boxing. This bout is sanctioned by the WBA President Gilberto Jesus Mendoza and the IBF President Daryl Peoples. Judging at ringside for our main event, we have Alfredo Polanco, Robin Taylor, and Steve Weisfeld. All right, fans, here we go with the main event of the evening. 12 rounds of boxing for the unified IBF and WBA Super Welterweight Championship of the World. And now, ladies and gentlemen in attendance and boxing fans joining us around the world, live from Fairfax, Virginia, it's time for the Fox PBC Fight Night main event of the evening. Introducing to you first the challenger, fighting out of the red corner, entering the ring wearing white trunks with red and blue trim, fighting out of and representing his home of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. He weighed in at 153 3/4 pounds with a record of 26 wins, 1 loss and 1 draw. He has 16 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the acclaimed and accomplished top world-ranked super welterweight contender, introducing the challenger, Julian J. Rock Williams. And his opponent across the ring is the defending world champion, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing burgundy trunks with gold trim, hailing from Occoquan and representing all of Prince George's County, Maryland. He weighed in the same as his opponent, 153 3/4 pounds. He is undefeated in his campaign to the ring with a record of 23 wins, no losses, 16 wins coming by way of knockout. And tonight he is making the 5th world title appearance. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the sensational, reigning and defending, undefeated unified super welterweight champion of the world, introducing Swift Jarrett Hurd. And introducing our referee in charge of the action, now to give instructions, Bill Clancy.
Come on in here. Fighter in 2 second only. Fighter in 2 second. All right, gentlemen, you received your instructions in the back. I expect a good, clean fight. Protect yourself at all times. You must obey my commands. Now, punches, you may ride a little bit. I'm going to allow punches with the very top, very top. You're cool. All your punches above the line. Again, Jarrett, your punches no lower than that. Touch them up. Good luck. God bless. Steve, ready?
Fighting under unified rules here. No standing 8 count. No 3 knockdown rule. Fighter cannot be saved by the bell. Only the referee can stop the fight. We've already had a little controversy, a mix-up in scoring. An early knockout tonight. But Hurd, not many of his fights go the distance. In fact, just once in a fight scheduled for 12 has he gone the distance. And ready to go. Closed captioning available for tonight's telecast. If you'd like to hear the broadcast in Spanish, click over to the simulcast on Fox Deportes. Ringside with you live, Premier Boxing Champions of the title fight, Lennox Lewis, Joe Gooston, Chris Myers. Nice to have you watching. And a mention of the slow starts where Hurd admitted that in the first 3 rounds, he thinks his opponent is often better than him. It's kind of the way he worded it.
Well, you saw J-Rock take the aggressive stance coming forward right off the bat, challenging him with his body language. And this is a good thing for Williams.
Hurd likes that. Hurd wants you to throw punches. He wants to see what you got. He wants to feel your power. He wants to feel the rhythm of the fight. So he doesn't mind laying back and allowing you to do what you do.
That could be beneficial and it could be dangerous as well.
Yes, it can.
You can't give up rounds, which you may need later on in the fight. That being said, that's great defensive work by Hurd right out of the corner there, because he made him miss every punch. Basically.
Yeah, and that was one thing, Joe, that Williams' corners said they thought Hurd, a weakness was that he was easy to hit. Do you agree with that?
No, he's not easy to hit. You got to work to hit Hurd, that's for sure.
And he showed you there. Aggressive by Williams. Again, that reach advantage, we should see more of that from Hurd, but he's comfortable with figuring things out, Lennox, in the first 3 rounds, and then taking over from there.
Oh, yeah. He loves to do that. He takes his time, figures the guy out. And sometimes, you know, some boxers need to get hit for them to really wake up into the fight. And he did get a good shot in the first round right there, so I know he's more focused now, because nobody likes to get hit in the start of a round.
Yeah, that might, it's like provoking the bear. Williams has been knocked out twice. Obviously, the undefeated, the unblemished record of Hurd.
Hurd's really just testing out the body, testing out different punches that he usually does, but he's definitely testing out the body, because that's what is part of his onslaught is the body attack.
One thing Williams is going to have, that was a nice turn, by the way, on Williams. But Williams got to watch out for Hurd threw it a few seconds ago.
The uppercut.
Well, he'll get to that, but with the counter right hand over the jab. His arms are so long, he actually fell short with it, but not by much, just by a hair. Williams got to be on his toes looking for that.
Yeah. Hurd can really come forward because he's the taller man, so he can impose his will on him.
Wrapping up round 1. In the Redskin garb is Hurd. And from Philadelphia, his opponent Williams, who shouted out yet before I said, are you an Eagle, a diehard Eagle fan? When you think about world champions, Philly fighters, Joe Frazier, synonymous, although remember at age 15 he came from South Carolina, but Smokin' Joe moving to the city of brotherly love. And then Matthew Syed Muhammad, former WBC light heavyweight champ in the Boxing Hall of Fame. Tim Witherspoon, WBA and WBC heavyweight champ. Meldrick Taylor, 84 Olympic Games, won gold there. Bernard Hopkins fought in 4 decades, winning multiple world titles. And then Danny Garcia, 35-2 record overall, back in the mix, making Philadelphia fighters and putting them on this impressive list when you think of world champions. I'm going to go with Rocky, too. We should have played, even though fictitious. But Lennox, who jumps out at you?
Oh, definitely Joe Frazier, Tim Witherspoon, Meldrick Taylor, man. Bernard, he's the Dan. And Danny Garcia, absolutely.
Oh, I love Frazier as well. You're going to get mad that I agree with you again? Oh, Frazier was great.
That first round, our unofficial score, and we'll get to that in a little bit, close, but maybe Williams, as even Hurd expected, Williams may have won that opening round. What did you guys think of the early tone?
Well, you know, it could have went either way. This particular round, Hurd's coming out a little bit stronger. You know, he doesn't get discouraged at all being hit. In fact, that motivates him.
And I like the pace of the second round. You know, Joe, we had a clash of sparring thoughts. Williams' crew we're going all out sparring, and they said he didn't lose a sparring session. And then Hurd says we spar lightly. We don't make it intense. We don't want to get hurt. We want to save it for the ring.
Well, it works for him. I mean, not only did they spar lightly, but they cut it off way before the fight, a week and a half before. And that's not completely unusual. I don't do it. I spar later into the week and closer to the fight.
As does the Williams corner. I mean, they had him going full tilt here.
Yeah, if it works for him, you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, he's undefeated, so it's working.
Right. Now, I will tell you, this is a dangerous spot for Williams. Because Hurd, this is exactly what Hurd wants, an inside fight, right?
Yep, that's right.
if Williams is going to be on the inside, he should be turning Hurd a lot more than he is right now instead of just sitting in the pocket straight ahead of him.
Yeah, Williams is putting that left hand out there.
Oh, he got that. Oh, yeah, he landed that left. It's a slip. You can see the feet were crossed.
Yeah, his own momentum took him down, but I'll tell you, that was a nice rally by Williams right there.
He landed underneath. William Clancy, the referee, points out the slip. And more punches landed by Williams.
Oh!
And he landed that right. He loaded up on that.
It was a short, stunning right hand by Williams right now. What Hurd is doing, though, he's landing a few good sneaky body shots on the inside with that left hand. He'll probably do it right there. See, he's not that hurt where he can't unload with some hard combos right there.
Hurd leaning in.
Hurd needs to give himself some punching room a little bit so he can rattle off his combination.
And take advantage of that reach.
Yes.
He had no problem reaching Williams with that hook to the head and then drop to the body.
Oh, the right. And then a left by Williams.
Oh!
Down is Hurd in the ropes. Quickly up.
It was one of those flash knockdowns where he hit him in the top of the head and messed up his equilibrium.
And I got to tell you, Williams slowly and patiently just walked to the corner. He's not getting carried away.
There he goes. He's coming in.
No.
He's missing.
He better not waste too many punches here.
Hurd ducking. Round wrapping up.
Time.
Knockdown.
Well, that's a twist of the playbook right there.
There's Jarrett Hurd's mom. Glad that her son survived the knockdown. And again, early rounds, not the strength of Hurd. First time that Hurd has been knocked out as a champion. That tells you how good he's been defensively.
Well, and it may play also into the theme about Julian Williams going to that extra mile, getting that strength coach, Tony Brady, who I know personally, and boy, it looked like it paid off early. We'll see what happens later.
Listen, when you're in there and you're in the danger zone, you're going to get hit. You can't walk in the rain without getting wet.
This is the first punch that affected Hurd the most.
At the top of the head, messes up your equilibrium.
And what was the knockdown?
Probably a hook right here. Yeah.
From the left.
It came right on the right side of the temple is what happened, to tell you the truth. A little bump with the shoulder, and then he chopped him with the right hand.
Uppercut. Yeah, that left didn't look like it landed as solidly to have the impact that it had.
You know,
first two rounds looking like Williams has him. As we begin round 3 of this title fight.
Williams is going to have a lot more confidence coming in.
And he's showing it now. He's got Hurd into the corner. He's swinging away.
Williams is going for the knockout right here, but he's got to be careful not to shoot everything he's got in this round here.
And you can see why the first few rounds have gone to Williams. You can see the punches landed over the first 2 and already here in the third. I mean, I know slow starter, and he admits to it, but you don't want to be so slow to give away the fight.
It may be the fact that Williams is a real fast starter tonight, and that's exactly what happened. He went in there in the second round, guns blazing.
That was his game plan. Here comes Hurd responding.
Look at those body shots.
Both of them have 16 knockouts apiece. So you can't say Williams can't punch. He's a puncher as well.
But Hurd has never been knocked out. Williams has been. And Williams told us, complimenting Hurd, that he's a dog, that you hit him, he's tough, he can take it. He's a dog, he repeated it.
And there's that uppercut that Hurd throws very well. He needs to throw a lot more of those.
Well, he caught Williams with that right uppercut, but before that, see, he's hitting him right on the belt line with that left hook. And of course, the referee, Bill Clancy, is telling him to keep him up. Well, that was right on the belt line by Hurd. It was a great left hand. Oh.
Williams is throwing that hook like he means it. He wants to do some damage with that hook.
But this is the type of style right here. What Hurd is doing is what grinds you down.
Yeah, but Williams responds.
Yeah, he does. But Hurd is taking it right now. He's focused. He doesn't look hurt.
Bobbing and weaving. Both fighters ducking and dancing. Williams looks very confident.
Williams looks confident, but Hurd is still frightening because he gets hurt and he comes back like that.
Just like that.
And he'll keep marching you down. And he's big.
Yeah, he is imposing. And now he said that it's not good for him to stay outside and match skill. That's what Hurd said.
Well, you know, he underestimates himself. He's got some great skill, Jarrett Hurd. He just stepped in off the jab with a nice right uppercut to the belly. He's not out of this fight.
No, not at all.
No, it's just that we expected early rounds for him not to dominate, but he's behind.
Hurd threw a double right hand there. That was excellent.
That was an excellent punch. Let's listen into the corner.
When he go to push on the inside, stop letting that man touch your navel and all that kind of stuff. Start touching his and start reaching your body shot and just get low and just step around and turn. You all right? Keep your hands up. Everything good. You got it with a little uppercut. You took it, right? Ain't no big deal. That's right. You good. We ain't talking. That was a close one, but stop talking. What? Oh. Good. Put your arms out there. Breathe. Give me a deep breath. And breathe out.
Williams in the third round, some of the damage done here.
Yeah, throwing some good overhand rights. And here's another one. This is a left hook.
Yeah, and I think Hurd may have rallied enough to win this round.
Yeah, and here, this is where Hurd is rallying.
Oh, he looks comfortable.
A whole bunch of combinations. This is where he threw the double right hand that I liked.
But that double right hand, one of them was blocked off the gloves. I think most of the damage was done by Williams early. Hurd.
Check in with Heidi Androl. She's with Jarrett Hurd.
Thank you very much, Chris. Ernesto, you guys said this is the round where you turn it on. What did you say to Jarrett Hurd?
I told him to apply the pressure behind a good jab and move his head when he get an inside. I think he gave him his best shot. He was breathing pretty hard, so we just need to throw short shots instead of long shots. Keep walking, jab to the body and head, and keep walking.
Thank you so much, guys.
All right, thank you, Heidi. And Ernesto Rodriguez took over. Tom Browner, who passed away, the trainer from years before. Hurd thinks about him every day and thankful for Rodriguez, who said, you can do this. And this is what they planned on through the first three rounds and then changing things in the fourth.
Williams just proceeded to land a right hand and a right uppercut 2 times in succession. And again,
Hurd needs to pick up both hands and put onto his head, because right now he's keeping the left hand down and he's getting caught with the right hand. He's got to keep both hands up for the defense.
Great body shot by Hurd and a great counter right uppercut again by Williams.
And the body shots favoring Hurd. But Williams is winning the toe-to-toe battle. He's outlanding Hurd in close range.
Hurd's landing the great body shots, but Williams is countering them with a right uppercut off of that, just like that.
There it is, right on cue. Larry Hazard, ringside with us, unofficially scoring this. Larry, how are you seeing it so far?
Hey, Chris, I got Williams ahead, 9-27. Hey, Hurd's known as a slow starter. He better hurry up and get started. And I think that if Williams go down to the body with the body shots, and then give him some room, step away from him, see, because that inside fight is what Hurd wants.
All right, Larry, thank you. So the first 3 rounds, Williams with the lead. Lennox, your thought on Larry's review?
Yeah, he's saying the right thing. Hurd needs to give himself a little bit punch in space and needs to pick up his left hand for defense.
Williams landed a beautiful liver shot, and Larry's right. What he's got to do is turn more. Get your shots. If you're not going to get distance, at least turn them, and don't wait there for the counters from Hurd.
That landed. You saw the sweat flying off the head when Williams delivered.
Williams better be careful being caught up on the ropes here.
And Hurd better keep his eye on Williams, because he's taking his eye off him a little bit and allowing Williams to hit him.
But throwing blind punches, you mean? Is that what you're talking about?
He's just throwing his hand out there, but he's not looking at the target.
Man, Williams, this is a great fight.
Williams is just putting on a show against the champion. Round 5, Hurd, Ring Magazine's #1 super welterweight in the world, and Williams celebrating the 9th anniversary of becoming a pro just a few days ago. Heidi.
Thank you very much, Chris, here with Julian Williams, head coach. Steven, what did you tell him coming into this fight? Coming into this round?
This round or this fight?
This round.
I told him that he's kicking this kid's ass, and we're going to be the new champ. And all he got to do is stay calm. He got to stay relaxed and keep touching the body. That's what he got to do.
Thanks so much, guys.
All right, Joe.
That's great advice. And I noticed when he was in the corner, it was a very calm corner, and Williams was not breathing heavily at all. He's in great shape right now because he's thrown a lot of punches, and he's absorbing great body shots from Hurd right now. And those tend to really slow you down. And I got to tell you, he's really in great shape, Williams. But again, don't underestimate Hurd. He's the champ of the world for a reason. And his rounds start next round. And that's when he gets best.
He said he was going to start in the 4th round. It's the 5th round now, so he needs to start quick.
Come on, I don't want to get involved in it, all right? Keep it clean.
Well, Williams won the 4th, according to our unofficial score, but the 3rd went to Hurd. But overall, it's 3 rounds to 1 in favor of Williams.
Oh. Burns is waiting to throw that right hand.
Luckily for Williams, he kept his left hand up there, and that chopped right hand by Hurd landed on his glove.
Hurd doesn't want to be against the ropes right now. He needs to push off the ropes and throw some combinations and put Williams against the ropes.
That's right. Hurd usually uses an effective jab to set up the explosive, the single shot bomb.
Wow! Left hook, right hand.
Burns is leading. He's leaning over to one side, and he's basically saying, hit me, when he should be keeping his defense and using both sides, leaning on both sides.
Well, you're right about that, but that left hook, that left hook right hand that Williams set Hurd going backwards right there. He's hurting him with these shots right now, although he's recovering quickly, Hurd, and he, like you say, he's got a lot of dog in him. He'll come back and try to win.
Hurd against the ropes, but working inside, has landed an uppercut. Hurd's lower lip looks like it may be bleeding. Backing into the corner. He's got Williams against the ropes. And there's an exchange. A flurry. Now underneath is Williams, and then Hurd answers. And they're on their feet. The fans are on their feet.
Incredible fight right now. Back action.
And it looked like the left eye of Williams may have taken a shot.
Listen, Jarrett, that was a better round. You gotta just roll your head, do the same thing. Roll your head, okay? Listen to me. When you go around, when you get inside, go around. Short shots right there. You landing those. When you go around, bring it under. Use your shoulder, your elbow, push him back.
All right. Here's some good infighting by Williams. He's throwing to the punch. He's throwing to the body. He's throwing uppercuts. Williams has good balance here. That's why he's able to rattle off these combinations.
5 seconds. Don't step it out. Keep him up. Keep him up.
This is the last round.
And this is the last round. And here,
there's that left eye they're working on Williams, and our unofficial score has given 2 of the last 3 rounds to Hurd. And remember, Hurd, 6 of his last 7 knockouts have come in the second half of his fights.
Hurd came out real strong with some good body punches right there, good right hand punches.
There's his reach.
This is
big right hand by Hurd.
And Hurd is pouring it on.
This is what Hurd needs to do. He needs to pour it on, swarm Williams with punches, and don't forget about the body punches and the uppercuts.
And the crowd responding to the title holder from Maryland.
Well, Hurd's got a drive in him that's just incredible. He's got a constitution that just won't quit, even though he just took a good shot there.
Yeah, but he gave a good shot.
Yeah, really, that's why I say the second half of the fight, Jarrett Hurd almost always owns it.
Updating the body shots, Hurd has the advantage there, as Lennox had pointed out from the start. And you see the percentages are very similar. The only knockdown in this fight, Williams knocked down Hurd.
Boy, Williams is really sneaking in that short 4-inch right hand along the ropes here, almost at will.
Hurd needs to get away from the ropes and turn them around.
There it is again.
But Williams is not allowing Hurd to get off the ropes. This is good by Williams.
Oh, you have to appreciate the action and the energy from both of these fighters.
Let me just tell you something. Williams is landing the short stuff to the head. Hurd's landing the good body shots here.
Oh, there's a nice little flurry. And then a response from Williams.
Most of those blocked by Williams. Hurd's really being effective downstairs right now. Oh, great uppercut off that body shot by Williams. Watch this right hand coming by Williams right here, I'm sure. Short right hand.
Williams known for his ring smarts, technical skill, backed by some good power. And has shown it. There's an uppercut. They have caught the chin of Hurd.
Very few guys that can bully Hurd onto the ropes like this, and I'll tell you that, unless Hurd wants to be there, and I don't think he does. I think he'd rather be moving forward.
I think you're right, Joe.
Williams,
and here he goes.
Williams did his homework, though. You know, he said, "How do you beat Jarrett Hurd? You got to catch him punch
the left
for punch."
landed to the head of Hurd. Now Hurd works the body of Williams. Williams has him on the ropes. Hurd works out of it.
Watch your head.
Oh, body shot from Hurd.
Not only a body shot by Hurd, great right uppercut to the belly by Williams. They're both really landing great body shots.
And that left had Hurd backing up. We are halfway through.
Here's the tug of war going on here. You got first Hurd pressing with his punches. And of course, Williams was covering up very nice. There's that short little right hand, but look at that counter right hand, left hook, and another right hand following. Now the defense worked good for Williams. He throws back, and watch this now. Williams he's got a really good defense going. He's getting hit, and there's that left hook, and he goes, come on, bring it on. He's taking it all right now. And he's saying, let's go. There's a big tug of war going on right here, and I got to tell you, it's not unusual for Hurd to be in this type of fight, but Williams is really showing something new that we haven't seen before, I think.
Yeah, I love the way Williams has approached this as the underdog. Now, our unofficial score, Larry Hazard, gave Williams 2 of the first 3 rounds, but since then, Larry, you think Hurd has turned the tide a little bit.
Yeah, he's using his superior strength now. See, and I think that he's going to walk him down. Hurd is much... You see the body, the strength. He's backing him up. He's starting to score to the body and to the head. I think as the fight goes on, Hurd is going to, overwhelm him with his strength.
Great lead
right
left
now,
hook.
I have Williams ahead 57-56.
So that close, and you saw that left stinging Hurd to start round 7. It's the Super Welterweight title on the line. The IBF WBA World title.
Now Williams is coming out boxing a little bit, using his jab and being effective with it.
Yeah, but Hurd needs to stop that jab. Stick out that right hand and stop it. He shouldn't get hit by it.
Well, he shouldn't, but he is, because that thing is coming out quick, fast, and hard.
Jarrett Hurd's mom keeping her right hand up. She hopes her son does the same. Brenda Hurd.
Oh, I missed the graphic there.
She was following a win.
Oh, good right hand by Williams.
Good right hand, but countered by Hurd. Right back. See, he does that. You touch him, he's going to touch you back.
These two guys have both had an answer for whatever's been thrown at them.
At this level of the game, these guys got these tricks and these moves. That's all there is to it.
Let's go to Hurd's corner and Heidi.
Thank you very much. I just spoke to Ernesto Rodriguez, Jarrett Hurd's head coach. He told me what they're unhappy with thus far in this fight is Jarrett's head movement. They want to see him moving his head more, guys.
All right, some more head movement, and that was to not allow Williams to get the clear shots.
Yeah, well, either put up your hand or move your head. That's what I say.
Maybe thinking he has too much of a height and reach advantage. That was kind of a lazy, sloppy left.
Well, what happened is Williams is making these cute turns off the jabs and touches, and he's turning left and he's turning right on Hurd because he knows if he stays in front of him, he's going to get countered. So he's boxing pretty nicely this round, and Hurd's trying to put a stop to it by pressing him.
A close fight, but the underdog
Let's go, Julian. Let's go.
seemingly ahead. He has the only knockdown in this fight so far.
And both fighters are pretty tired. Hurd is tired. He's taking a lot of punishment, and it takes a lot of energy out of you. So he needs to come back strong in the next couple rounds.
But as our trainer Joe Goosen pointed out, the extra effort with
the training,
physical conditioning expert, someone that Joe could attest is one of the best. And Williams sacrificed much to be in great shape. Going away, his camp, whereas Hurd hanging at home, which has been...
Listen, when Hurd gets tired, he's dangerous because he's still on you.
All it takes is one punch.
It looks like Hurd's picking up momentum right now, to tell you the truth, and he's digging body shots. He's practically running at Williams to slow him down right now.
Right, when he gets punched, he doesn't get discouraged.
Look at that. There's that reach.
Man, he's whipping those punches.
Check in with Heidi.
Thank you very much, Chris. Well, Brenda Hurd, Jarrett Hurd's mom, is one of his biggest fans. We've seen her here throughout the night. It's no surprise he's been called a mama's boy, but after all, he does still live at home. I spoke to his folks, and his mom told me that while he lives at home, he still does the chores. He's the only millionaire out there mowing his parents' lawn. She said he is lobbying for a gardener now these days, though. She's really proud of her son, not just for his accomplishments inside the ring, but the kind of man that he has become. Now, the grandmothers are here. Her mom, Addie, Brenda's mom, she's back at the hotel. She can't watch. She's only been to one other fight before. And his other grandmother, Helen Hurd, she's here in Washington, D.C. as well, 97 years old. While the grandmas aren't here, don't worry. He's got a lot of family support. Brenda told me that they gave out 500 tickets to the family alone. They're all going to gather together for Mother's Day tomorrow to hopefully celebrate her son's win. Guys?
Well, thanks, Heidi. And Swift, the nickname Swift Hurd, you talk about his work ethic. He was mopping up floors. They tried to think of nicknames, Absurd Hurd or Jarrett, 24 karat, but he was mopping the floor with one of those Swifter cleanup brushes, and he said, I'm going to mop the floor. I'm going to clean up in boxing. So that's where the Swift came from, his nickname. He needs to do a little mopping up here against the feisty Williams.
Hurd was a little late coming out of the corner. Something's bothering him right now.
Yeah, he's got something in his left eye.
In the eye.
Yeah, he's having trouble seeing.
And Williams is taking advantage of it.
In the ropes. On the corner.
Oh!
Hurd responds with a body shot.
Almost got caught with a right hand there.
A right.
As he was throwing the uppercut. Seems like he's under control now. He's got that thing out of his eye.
Yeah, let's look at the replay. See, he was trying to wipe something away from his eye.
Yeah, he was dabbing out the eye.
Well, they were late in the corner getting Hurd out of the corner, so they were working on his eye. Both guys are cut.
And then material substance got into his left eye.
I think it was Vaseline.
Yeah, and that's terrible to have in your eye.
When Vaseline's in the eye, it kind of makes your eye kind of blurry, so it was blurry for a second.
When they piled it on a little too thick, you could see it when he came out. Both eyes had a big glob of Vaseline on the eye.
You know, we take that for granted, Joe, in the corner, the amount of time and the work done, how efficiently. It's almost like a pit stop in NASCAR.
Now you know why the officials always want you to wipe off the Vaseline before you come out.
Well, hopefully it's cleared up. But Williams was aware and smart enough to attack the minute he
was. Yes. He saw the little moment there where Hurd was distracted.
You know, the punch. Oh! And you see Williams working on the body.
Clancy's telling Williams to get the punches up. The last one may have sprayed a little bit low, but it was a beautiful combination by Williams.
You know, the punch stats were near identical coming in. The only significant difference, Williams better with the accuracy of his power punches.
And here comes Hurd, man. He starts to whip these punches. When he starts getting going, they come hot and heavy, and they're strong-looking punches.
And, you know, Hurd is pushing forward, but Williams is not allowing him to push him backwards. So I think that's
a low punch right there.
And the referee missed that.
Yeah, the referee did not step in. Hopefully the judges.
Well, he's telling him, he's doing a good job. He doesn't want to ruin the rhythm of this fight.
Referee William Clancy keeping a close watch.
One of the very few breaks.
All right, here, let's take a look. Lennox, is this what you thought it was?
Yeah,
lower portion of the belt.
That's all right. That's not a real one.
Now Hurd has Williams on the ropes.
This is where Hurd should step back and rattle off his combinations.
Oh, that's what Williams just did.
Williams attacking at the end of the round. And a bloody eye, a bloody right eye, or at least the corner of the eye. A cut. Jarrett Hurd, the champ. The kid from Overbrook High School in Philadelphia, the underdog, Julian J-Rock Williams, in a famous high school, producing such greats as Wilt Chamberlain, probably the best center ever, and Will Smith, the Fresh Prince, and terrific actor.
And here you see a lot more success from Williams throwing this great left hook, which Hurd didn't put his hand up to protect himself. Almost didn't see it, maybe because he's got Vaseline in his eye. Here's more left hooks from Williams and right hands. He's determined to get his punches in.
And this uppercut from Williams may have sealed the round for him.
Good uppercut, glancing miss. Too much Vaseline again.
Well, not only that,
they need to wipe some of that off with.
And you can't wipe it off with your glove.
No, you need a towel to wipe that off. And I think the referee's going to say wipe it off.
Time in. Box.
And that right eye. And Hurd, whether he's seeing with one eye or two, he came out swinging. The champ is up against it.
4 rounds left in this fight.
It's close, but who do you see, Joe? You see Williams winning this right now, right?
Well, I got to tell you, it's a tough fight to call because it's a tug of war here. Each guy is landing, the other guy comes back, and here comes Hurd right now. Landing a couple good shots.
And the crowd wants more of Hurd. Larry Hazard, how are you scoring this?
Right now I got Williams ahead, 76-75.
It's that close. And Lennox, 70% of this fight has been fought at close range. Is that why Williams is slightly ahead?
Yeah, I mean, he prepared for this fight. Obviously, he's watched a lot of tape, and he feels that he can win on the inside. He feels that Hearns is a bit sloppy, so he's taking advantage of that and throwing some straight punches and some hard punches.
Here's the thing, if you can't fight Hurd on the inside, you'll be running all night.
Right, plus he's stopping Hurd's forward progression.
Right.
As soon as Hurd comes forward, he stops him with a combination.
Caught that right on the chin of Hurd by Williams.
Every time he's been landing that short little right hand.
I'm just surprised Hurd's defense, and maybe it's the way Williams has approached him, has not been better, especially after the 4th round.
Well, Williams is a little sharper in these couple of rounds, and you can tell by just his connect ratio. He's been connected on Hearns' head, basically.
It's like I said, he's a slick fighter, and he's actually doing some good body work right now. I think he surprised Hurd in this fight, but here's the thing. Hurd is always dangerous. You've got to get your hands back after you punch. And I'm speaking of Williams, because if Hurd catches you, he can hurt you, especially late in the fight when you're tired. And he's trying. That's
Hurd, when he's throwing his combinations, but to bring his hands up, back for defense. Think defense after he throws his combinations, else he's going to get caught.
And that's happened quite a few times tonight. There's a great body shot by Hurd right in the middle. Good left hook.
Some space. It seems like when Hurd has some space to take advantage of that reach, it's it's in his favor.
Hurd should throw more straight punches.
Oh, that landed.
And keep his eye on the prize. He's turning his head to the side, and he shouldn't do that.
And he can't blame the Vaseline in the eye for that.
Step out. Step. My time. Go over here. My time.
They're going to get the tape on his glove and retape it. That's all that's going on right now. But the thing's been hanging since he walked out.
20 seconds remaining in the 9th round. Title fight, so it's scheduled for 12. And the champ, because of that man, the champ is in trouble. Unless maybe he can pull off a knockout or a knockdown or just change the tide of this close fight.
Hook right uppercut.
How is he still standing?
And the tape's really coming off now. And the ref probably won't stop it until there's a break in the action.
He got that left. He got it to the head of Hurd. Hurd's trying to respond.
Look at Hurd come back
at the end of the round.
Wow.
His face bloodied. Tape unraveling from the glove.
See, when that glove gets wet, there's a little trick to make that tape stick, and they're not doing it right now.
What is the trick?
Well, the trick is you have to reverse the tape a little bit as you wind around. Edge stick.
Let's take a look at Williams delivering that right uppercut.
And here's the right uppercut, right on the chin. But as you can see, Hurd's not even looking. He's throwing that left hook, and he didn't even look at Williams. You got to keep your eye on the guy that's trying to hit you. You got to keep your eye on him because he's throwing both hands at you, and you got to keep both hands up to protect yourself.
Sometimes, and you know what, you're going to have the head down. You know where that opponent's head is, and sometimes you can do it by feel. Now, I'm not saying that's a perfect thing to do, but that does happen occasionally. Lennox Lewis, Frank Bruno.
Right.
And Jarrett Hurd, 10 of the last 12 wins have come by knockout. And as we touched on, and you pointed out, he's a strong finisher. 6 have come in the 6th round or later, and he may need one to pull this off as we go to round 10. And our unofficial score has Williams ahead of the champ Hurd.
So far, it's been an incredibly brilliant game plan by Williams' corner right now, and I think his trainer Stephen Edwards has been brilliant in the corner. He's been calm, cool, and collected and given him the right instructions.
And Joe, I think it's been well executed by Williams, as you said, a smart fighter. There's the tape again coming off on the glove of Hurd.
If you do a little trick I told you about, this thing will be coming off all night.
I'll try that at home when I'm repping presents. I ought to try something at his corner. Joe, you might have to send him a tip.
I almost feel like going over there and telling him, but, hey, that's not my job. Great body shot by Williams right there.
It's not your fight. It's Hurd's fight at his corner. And look at the punches landed. Williams, that's close. Just the amount of punches thrown. Both of these fighters have got to be exhausted with the way they've just come out swinging and haven't let up.
You can best believe Hurd's going to be swinging for the fences the next few rounds. And if Williams can keep his hands up in place defensively while he's punching, he's going to be in good shape.
And Hurd has to keep his composure and not be too sloppy. He's got to keep his hands a little bit tight, his defense a little bit tighter.
See if they fix the tape.
rattle off some more combinations.
Well, to be able to pull that off, you got to work on that real well in the gym. And I'll tell you, we're in the 10th round right now, and Hurd is not changing what you're asking him to do at this point, is he?
No.
Another big right uppercut, left hook by Williams.
Yeah, that left hook moved the head around of Hurd.
Hurd needs to step back a little bit, give himself some punching room if he wants some success.
Yeah, take advantage of that reach. Right now, the inside fighting of Williams has been outstanding here.
Yeah, Williams is winning the inside fighting.
But it's really contrary to what you would have believed going into this fight, that it would be Williams' best spot and not Hurd's.
Yeah, this is highly unusual to see Hurd struggling in the later rounds. I mean, usually 6, 7, 8, he turns it on.
Well, part of the problem is because he got hit in the first few rounds, which took a lot of the energy out of him for these last rounds.
Yeah, you and Joe were both, suspicious about taking the first 3 rounds lightly when he talked about that as if, I'm just going to glide through those. Figuring out your opponent is one thing. Getting beat by your opponent is another.
Yeah, it's getting hit. You get hit, you're going to be tired down the line because you're using up the energy to absorb those punches and take those punches. So that's why it's better not to take punches in the first few rounds.
I think it's patently obvious, though, that the extra mile that Williams went to train is paying off for him right now.
Oh, absolutely.
We're live here in Fairfax, Virginia, with a title on the line.
Stay tight. Keep your hands up in the exchanges. Don't wrestle. Stay nice and calm. 6 minutes, champ. 6 minutes. All I need is some distance. You got a high jab. Push him in with it.
The sweat, the blood.
Don't stand up until I walk away.
Tape, Vaseline, the
this
pain.
Is boxing, baby.
This is the fifth scheduled 12-rounder of Hurd's career. Only once that win against Lara Arizlandi, which was a great fight, went the distance. And in that one, he put Lara down in the 12th. That's what saved that for Hurd, and he may have to do that here as we begin round 11.
I think Hurd needs to do something drastic right now because I think he's a little behind, and he's going to have to really do something drastic and turn the tide here. Drop him, hurt him, stop him. But I got to tell you, this fight is a free TV. I mean, this is a pay-per-view fight.
Right, the quality of this fight, Lennox, it's just been outstanding.
Unbelievable. It's the fight of the year, no doubt.
Whether you talk about strategy, whether you talk about the action. And the last 2 rounds, I mean, Hurd may be a strong finisher, but the last 2 rounds, our unofficial score, Larry Hazard has gone to Williams.
See, look, Williams is just doing he made Hurd miss 2 punches, right hand and left hook, got underneath them both.
That's because Hurd is slapping. He needs to throw straighter punches.
Heidi in the corner of Hurd.
That's right. I just spoke to Ernesto Rodriguez, Hurd's coach. He told me in the last round that if he keeps getting hit like that, he's going to stop the fight. Jarrett told him that he's okay, but he said he needs to go to the head. Stop going to the body. He needs to go to the head right now.
Wow, he would stop the fight if he keeps getting hit like that? That's a major headline.
That's unbelievable. I mean,
this is the champion we're talking about in his backyard.
Exactly.
How about going to the head, Lennox? Easy to say, tough to do, right?
It is tough to do.
Well, not just that. Here's the thing. It tells you where they think they sit in this fight.
They're behind and they know it. In the corner of Hurd. Undefeated. Unified title. Up for grabs. And right now, Williams is grabbing it.
Williams just did a nice touch to the head and back to the liver. And look at Hurd, though.
That left eye.
Hurd is throwing some good right hands to the body and right hands to the head. This is what he needs to do, but he's got his balance too far forward. He needs to get his balance a little bit better, especially when he's throwing the punches.
Your head, guys. Lean with your head.
There's a right and a left from Hurd. But Williams takes it. Now he's moving in on Hurd.
Right uppercut.
Hurd went into that stand again where he puts his head down.
You saw the head move.
3-punch combination ball.
Hurd needs to move that head. It's sticking in one place.
Williams looks like he's in control of this right now.
That's a low blow.
Blood dripping from the corner of the right eye of Hurd.
I'll tell you, it's just Williams is landing all the solid shots right now.
And on our card of what Larry Hazard has scored the last 3 rounds, Williams.
Great left hook by Williams.
Yeah, they both threw great left hook at that time.
And Hurd's going to need a 10-8 round or a knockout to win this in the 12th and final round of this title fight.
Listen, 3 minutes and you're the champion of the world. Keep your hands up. You hear me? Keep your hands up and keep landing that hook. But when you throw the hook, I want the hook to be sharp and be tight. You hear me? You hear me? 3 minutes and you're the champ of the world.
Touch him up. Let's go.
You got it in you. Throw it in right hand up top, sure. And when you did that, when you put your head down, roll. Don't just cover up.
Right, you got to roll.
All right, and come up with a hook. All right, switch around your combination. Go around and come up straight. Bring it from every angle. But I need you to go to the head. All right,
make it happen. Come on.
Hit him one downstairs and bring 3 up top. Look, bang, bang, bang. One hand follow the other. Bump him back and keep going. We got to get this round. Let's get a knockdown. We need a knockdown.
Need a knockdown. You heard 3 minutes. You're the champ of the world. Williams' corner.
He doesn't need a knockdown. He needs a knockout.
Let me tell you.
And one last thing. Stephen Edwards deserves a gold medal for the corner work he's done tonight. He's kept it calm, focused, and brilliant. I can't give him enough credit.
And sometimes trainers would say, "Oh, just move away from him, just stay far." But he didn't say that.
No.
He just said, make sure your defense is tight. Give me 3 minutes, and you're the champion of the world.
He doesn't want to leave any doubt.
And he said, land the short left hook. So you're right, Lennox.
You saw that Larry Hazard gave that last round, unofficially scoring this to Hurd to tighten it up, and Williams overall. And now Hurd knows what he needs.
Hurd is rallying right now, but he's not catching Williams.
No. Williams has only been knocked out twice in his 28 previous fights.
And this is where Williams is keeping it tight, like his trainer said.
But it's a bad appearance. He may need this round in the hometown of Jarrett Hurd, and the last thing you want to do is sit on the
What Jarrett Hurd needs to do is step over to the side. He's just coming forward.
Too late now. All right, so Williams let him shoot off some steam, and now he's coming back.
Williams leading in every statistical category except punches thrown. But he's landed more punches, and there's our CompuBox. You look at the numbers, something that we see or keeping track of. The judges will decide.
Oh,
and a
just got caught with a left hook there.
Oh, uppercut.
And an uppercut.
Great body shot.
This is
Williams.
Not the Jarrett Hurd we're used to seeing. Julian Williams has fought his fight.
But Hurd's working right here. He landed a couple good body shots to the right hand, left uppercut. He's trying. The bigger shots are coming from Williams, though. Oh, boy.
Oh! Hurd looked a little stunned, but maintained his balance. He went with a body shot there. Hurd trying to respond. Only knockdown in this fight. It was early when Williams caught Hurd.
Hurd needs to push him off here and rally, throw some combinations. Hurd when he throws his slap-in punches, he's doing good.
Time is running out on the champion, Jarrett Hurd. Fighting for his title, fighting to survive.
Wow, all the way to the bell.
Great fight. PBC, baby. Home of championship boxing.
Never a let-up in the action.
Not 1 minute.
And the underdog had a plan, and he stuck to it. He executed it. And the champ never looked like the champ.
Never did. Never let him bully him in the last half of the fight. And even though Hurd was really trying his best to get to Williams, he just couldn't. Williams was too sharp, too good tonight.
With his trainer, emotional, tears of joy, and for Williams, his second title shot. Tough upbringing in Philadelphia. His father incarcerated, his mother addicted to drugs, who later passed away as his boxing career took off. Getting a chance at a world title and a very popular, very efficient champion in Jarrett Hurd in his own backyard.
Let's wait for the scores. I'm curious to see those and hear those right now.
All right,
A close fight. Our Larry Hazard keeping us updated, unofficially scoring throughout. Having it a few points either way. Unified super welterweight title scheduled for 12. Went the distance. They're checking the eyes of the champion, Jarrett Hurd. Hurd thinks he's retained the title. His mom keeping that right hand up, hoping to defend her son. But at the end, Williams, even in the ring, after setting the tone early, he was the strong finisher and an emotional corner for the challenger. For the official decision from EagleBank Arena, you're watching Premier Boxing Champions live on Fox and Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 tremendous rounds of action, the judges are in agreement. We have a unanimous decision, and here are the score totals. Judge at ringside, Alfredo Polanco, scores about 116 to 111. Judges Robin Taylor and Steve Weisfeld both scored about 115 to 112. All three in favor of the winner and the new unified super welterweight champion of the world, Julian J. Rock Williams.